People ask me all the time, what kind of movie is this? Not your typical Christmas movie.
Bad Santa started as a one-sentence idea from Joel and Ethan Coen about a Santa who's bad and changes.
So they went away, they came back with a story, basically beat out the plot, which is the plot of this movie now.
I'm an eating, fucking, shitting Santa Claus.
Prove it.
It's definitely an R-rated movie, and it takes a lot of chances and pushes the envelope language-wise, action-wise.
Good night, Santa. Good night, Mrs. Santa's sister.
We started looking for a director who we thought, you know, would get the humor of this movie, but also be able to find, I don't want to say the touching moments, because I think that's a little over the top for this material, because obviously this isn't a typical, you know, kind of rated G Santa movie, but there are aspects of the story where, you know, Santa and the boy become friends.
God, that was great.
I received the script from my agent, who sort of warned me ahead of time it was a film that would never get made. So I got the script, read in one sitting. Actually, I was on a plane, I think, when I read it, and I was laughing so loud that I was sort of getting embarrassed about the whole thing, and it was really funny, and the dialogue was really great. And I called her, I said, yeah, I want to do the film. And she said, pretty much good luck, you know, good luck finding anybody to make it. We took it to a couple of studios, got turned down by all of them. About a month later, I got a call from Bob Weinstein saying he and Harvey had just seen Ghost World finally, loved it, and wanted to make a Terry Zwigoff film. Did I have a script? I said, yeah, I have this script. It's called Bad Santa. Send it to us right away, Federal Express it for tomorrow morning. So I sent it to him. About 11 o'clock the next morning, Bob called and said he wanted to make the film. And that was it. Billy was on that short list after that of people who I thought could do it.
The challenge in this role was to play a nasty guy who's sympathetic.
Billy was way high on our list because he's just a consummate actor. We had just worked with him in Man Who Wasn't There a couple of years ago, and he's just, you know, he's incredibly talented and one of the best actors working, I think, in the business today, so it went to him immediately.
Billy's very funny in person. He's very quick, he's very smart. I don't think without somebody like that, no matter how good an actor they are, you could have pulled this off. He's playing a self-loathing, alcoholic, sex maniac who just really was not too afraid of the challenge of making this vile character sympathetic. His co-star is Tony Cox, who's 3'6" tall, was actually how it's written in the script.
I'm not going out like this.
How about my base? Here we go, here we go, here we go now.
We auditioned probably 100 people for the part of Marcus, who's his partner in crime. We just kept coming back to Tony. Tony was the funniest guy by far.
Well, the first thing, because it was the second lead to Billy Bob Thornton. And for a person of my stature, roles like that just don't come around. I hadn't seen a role like that in the 20 years that I've been in acting.
He's a really sweet guy and really funny. I mean, he cracks me up so much.
Tony Cox came up with one of the funniest lines I ever heard in my life, which my wife will vouch for me that after he improv'd it for 2 weeks, at 6 in the morning every day, I'd wake up in bed screaming with laughter, and she'd look at me like, what is going on with you? What are you laughing at? I'd say, it's this line that Tony came up with. Well, what is it? I said, he just went up to Santa while he's waiting for some kids, and he was sort of like digging around in his pants, and Tony just looks at him and says,
You probably shouldn't be digging in your ass.
but that just cracked me up, that one line. I got fixated on that.
You got some lip on you, midget.
Bernie Mac is just, he's Bernie Mac.
This is my second time working with Bernie. I worked with Bernie on a movie called Friday. You know, he's willing to go along with whatever, and you know he's a great comedian.
I'm a department store detective, and I'm a hardcore individual.
We split the dough straight down the middle. All merchandise I get to look at and cherry pick.
No!
Hey,
Money's
let
one
me
thing,
tell
but...
you one thing. Say no Chinese menu.
Lauren Graham plays sort of the love interest. She's a woman with a Santa fetish, sort of a sexual thing for Santa.
It's been fun. It's really fun for me to get to come here and just come into a new kind of work family and just have a more free atmosphere. And to work with Billy Bob is really great. I think he's one of the best movie actors we have today.
The kid, Thurman Merman, is played by this Canadian kid, Brett Kelly. They originally asked me who I had in mind for the kid, the casting director, and I said, if you can get me a kid who's the reincarnation of Joe Cobb, that's who I want. And she said, who's Joe Cobb? I said, Joe Cobb was the kid in The Little Rascals. They brought me in a headshot of this Canadian actor, Brett Kelly, who was 8 years old. And I just fell on the floor laughing. I said, if this kid can even walk and talk, he's hired.
They had me reading my scene where I showed my report card.
God damn it. Whoa, shit.
Want to see my report card? The first time I met Billy, it was really fun. I was just kind of shy at first, but then I really started to become friends.
Mary Vernew, our wonderful casting director, said, I really think you should give Brett a chance. I think there was something there. And so he came and, he was the dark horse candidate. He's fantastic and natural and has, really good chemistry with Billy.
Here's the deal. I'm gonna wink at you twice, all right? First I'm gonna wink at you is for you to say, I'm gonna say, living proof there's no Santa Claus. And then you say, I know you're not Santa Claus, whatever. I'm gonna wink at you for that line. And then after your line, stay there and just keep looking me in the eye.
And you'll wink at me again, then I'll
and you'll leave.
Okay.
So you're catching on.
Hi, Bob Chapeska. Welcome. Great photo and resume, by the way.
John Ritter was truly one of the coolest people I've ever met. The day he started working was a really difficult day. Everything was going wrong. And as his first day on the set, you would expect most actors to be fairly needy and what can you do to help them? He was completely the opposite. Came up to me, what can I do to help you? He was just such a great guy, so generous and so funny. He really stole every scene he's in. I think everybody would admit he's just great in the film.
One of my oldest, dearest friends, John Ritter, who I only had one scene with in this movie, but it was great to be around him again because he and I did a TV series together back in the early 90s, and also he was in Sling Blade.
You seem like a thinker. You seem to always be deep in thought. Tell me something. What are you thinking right now?
I was thinking I might want to take me some of these potatoes home with me.
I've sort of forgotten that he was in Sling Blade because he was such a chameleon in that he sort of disappeared into the role. But again, he's one of these guys who can do drama and comedy so well. There was a point we were filming. He has a scene with Bernie Mac, who's this store detective he goes to try to get the Santa he suspects of being a bad Santa fired. He's trying to figure out a politically correct way to get him fired, so he goes to Bernie Mac to enlist his help in this. And he kept having this expression on his face at one point in the scene that was so funny that I would be standing behind the camera and just cracking up and ruining every take. And finally I said to him, John, I'm going back about 30 feet and I'll look at it on the video monitors, and I was still laughing like crazy back there.
There's something about the guy that makes me uneasy.
Well, sure. Santa fucking someone in the ass.
The best thing about making this movie is that it's such a wonderful group of people and such a wonderful script that it's a pleasure to come to work every day. I kind of enjoy the Santa suit. I didn't think I'd ever wear one.
That turn you on, baby?
Oh, yeah. Beautiful feet, baby. Beautiful feet.
Take a look at ice cream right before it'll help us.
Get a big wad of it.
And
there you go.
action.
Yeah, just torture the shit out of me. Why not? Next.
I know how to keep a low profile, thank you.
What the fuck is this, Mr. Low Profile?
Mind your own fucking business. This thing actually works.
Dance for all those fucking housewives in a fucking lime green velvet elf costume, and I lost it.
Half. Oh, I can stick you in my ass, thigh. Fucker. What you call me, Tony? What you call me, thigh high?
My lip was on your wife's pussy last night. Why don't you dust that thing off once in a while, asshole? Stop fucking hitting on me. What the fuck? I wax that ass.
Get up your damn self.
Jesus Christ. I'm sorry.
Additional photos come in handy as gifts for Grandma and Grandpa or as a wonderful remembrance for friends.
That was God, because I'm Jewish. I shouldn't be here.
Somebody stick a fork in those fucking kids. Somebody do something to those kids. Yeah.
Do you think you could find something?
Fuck yeah.
Do you think you could find something?
Fuck yeah. It's always something.
Maybe something with him and the little elf guy?
Or yourself.
I just can't help it. There's something about the guy that makes me uneasy.
Well, sure. Son of fucking you in the ass.
And I heard a woman screaming, yeah, oh yeah. And I heard his voice saying, that's right, you ain't going to SHIT right for a month. And I looked underneath the dressing room door, and there were the red velvet Santa pants pooling around the patent leather black boots. Merry Christmas.
Hey, you fuck fat women, but what can I say?
She had massive calves. Oily.
Let's do one more. Fucks large women. What can I say?
Maybe just a sip, thanks.
I mean, the man fuck fat women. What can I say?
We all have our proclivities.
Martin. And